I've been in a bit of a style rut and we can't have that, so I'm trying to get myself out of it with a little style challenge. I love clothes, I love my closet, I love feeling creative and like I'm making new uses out of clothes that I've had even for a long time. Like I miss going into my closet and being like, let's try something new with this. Plus I'm someone who just has a way better day if I feel really confident in my outfit. So I have been in the process of cataloging my entire wardrobe and I'm going to challenge myself to plan and schedule an outfit for every day for the next month. I'm using the app Wearing to do this. This is not sponsored by Wearing. I just chose to use them because I've seen a lot of other cool girls whose style I like using them online. The interface is super cute, which honestly is very important to me in an app. So I was excited to get this going and get my wardrobe cataloged on there. So on the app, it has the functionality to catalog your wardrobe so you can take pictures of everything. It'll automatically take the backgrounds off of it. You can categorize things in your wardrobe and then build these cute outfit collages of them. And then from there, you can also schedule them on different days. You can make lookbooks, you can make packing lists. You can even have like friends on there and go into each other's closets, which I think is super fun. It'll also keep track of a bunch of stats for you for the pieces in your wardrobe and what you're wearing. And I'm super interested in this because I want to know more about the usage of my wardrobe. I feel like I go through phases of either feeling like, oh my gosh, I have nothing in my closet. I have like 5 shirts and I just, you know, cycle wearing them with these same 2 pair of jeans, and being like, wow, I've actually collected some really cool pieces and I'm really excited about styling them. So I'm curious after tracking my wardrobe for a while what it actually says about my usage and what's in my closet, what I'm doing with it. So let me get this guy out because over the past few days I've been in the process of cataloging my wardrobe. I probably could have done it all in one day if I had just like done it all, but I did it over probably 3 days, maybe an hour or 2 on each day. It's also super easy to upload things, and I actually just got in the mail a new top that we're going to upload together here now so I can show you. Here she is, the only piece in my wardrobe that has not been cataloged yet. This is a Dance Matter top that I recently got. I'm very excited to start styling this because I've been looking for a denim top for a while, so I already have a bunch of ideas and I want to put the outfits together. What I do is take this off the hanger and then use a plain background, so that could be like a white sheet, or I have a wooden floor here. I did not do any sort of like ironing to any pieces in my closet. I do hang most of my clothes up, which I think keeps them from getting too wrinkled, but I didn't do any ironing. I just made sure I had good lighting and I'm really happy with how the pictures turned out. So in my wearing, I'm going to go to add items and it pops up with a camera. I have this laid out with the buttons up and I tried to kind of shape it in what it's going to look like when I wear it. I just snap a picture, use photo, and then it will automatically take the background out of it. Some of it gets automatically filled in like it already knows this is a short sleeve shirt. I'm happy with that. For colors, I'm just going to call it denim because I think if I was searching through my closet, that's what I would look up for to find this. And then similarly with these tags that it automatically does, sometimes they're not exactly right and also just not things that I would be searching for. So the tags I think I would keep track of are like material, sleeve length, and I left buttons on there as well. Adding in the brand, this is a Dance Matter top. I've been very thorough, especially with price. I really am interested in finding cost per wear of different things. This I did buy new on sale and it was £40. I'm gonna leave the date just as today. I haven't been doing season because I want to wear my stuff kind of across seasons and I feel like that's not a way I usually think about categorizing. And then state, I love this. This is a new top, but you can also choose from pre-loved, rental, handmade. I don't know what gifted means. Maybe like someone gave it to you so you don't know where it's from, but I'm gonna mark that as new. And then it has all of these other styling tags as well. I haven't really gotten into these again because it's just kind of like, it drills it down almost too much. I feel like the high level things are what I would use to categorize. It's partially just deciding like what do you want to track and what's important metrics to you. I'm gonna save that and that guy's all ready to go. So that's what I've been spending my weekend doing, with every piece of my closet doing that. And like I said, I was very thorough. I went down to even like every accessory that I have, every scrunchie that I've made. I even took out like ribbons that I have in my closet that I'll tie around my neck or in my hair, tied them into little bows and included those as pictures in there because I really want to have, I mean, everything that I have at my disposal in there so that I can include it in the outfits. And I feel like almost those little accessories are the things that make outfits. Here's what is currently in my wardrobe as it stands. According to the stats, I have 174 items. And like I said, that includes all clothing, shoes, dresses, outerwear, but also any accessories. I never really think about my closet in terms of like how many items that I have. And also I keep it all pretty compact. Like this is, all my stuff is really in here, which I don't think is a super huge closet, but then you hear 174 and you think like, wow, I should never have any trouble getting dressed. In the stats section, I've become super interested in the percentages of my wardrobe that are new, pre-loved, rental, handmade, gifted. I have 39% new items, 43% pre-loved, and 18% handmade, and then nothing that I put down as rental or gifted. I would say I'm pretty happy with that. When I realized the app was categorizing that for me, I got a little bit like nervous because obviously that shows a lot about, you know, how you're consuming. It had me thinking about what is my ideal percentage, you know, like do I want to get it up to 80% pre-loved or handmade? I don't know. So that's something that I think I'll be thinking of kind of over the next month. There are some other stats about usage, like what are your most worn items, most worn outfits, and that is stuff that I will be tracking going throughout this month to see what is most used at the end. For wardrobe longevity, my oldest item is this nearly 6-year-old shirt that I got at Target. I've never found a better black maxi skirt. Like, it's great. It's so comfy. I wear it all the time in the summer. It moved across the world for me. It's nearly 6 years old. That's cool to see. And my Doc Martens that I've had all for like around 5 years that are in here. 4 years old is this blazer. So I guess I'm saying like the pieces that are the oldest and that I've kept the longest are these basics. My wardrobe breakdown surprised me. I have 17 bags, which I don't really think of myself as a bag girl, but it is something that I guess when I'm out thrifting or whatever, if I see a bag for £5 that's cute, I will just grab it because I feel like it's always easy to just like add a cute bag to an outfit. It's a fun thing to play with. That surprised me that my like biggest category is bags actually. And more accessories. Obviously I have a lot of hair bands. I make them by the dozens. Scarves, I actually inherited my mom's scarf collection, so I have a bunch of cool silk scarves. And other than that, nothing really crazy like stood out to me about this. I don't feel like I have a certain category of clothing that is like outsized, that I have way more of pants than I do tops or anything like that. This breakdown is also really helpful to see when it comes to consumption. If I was thinking of buying something, pull this up and say, oh wow, like I probably don't need another bag, but I only have 11 short sleeve shirts, which actually doesn't seem like that many. That's like less than 2 weeks worth of short sleeve shirts, so I was gonna wear them all week. I'm gonna get to work making outfits, scheduling them on different days. I'm gonna try to take pictures and videos every day to also kind of see, you know, what am I wearing day to day, and I'll flip through those and keep checking in with you about what I'm figuring out. This is what I do now, sit on the couch and plan outfits. Something that I didn't foresee happening with this, like, you know, mostly I was tracking my wardrobe because I was interested in improving my style and thinking about my consumption, but it's actually affected my screen time a lot. I find that when I'm out and about, like if I have a few minutes before I get called in for gym class, or I'm like waiting for an appointment or something, or I'm sitting on the bus, instead of like scrolling through Instagram, I'm going on my wearing and planning out new outfits. And I have a fine relationship with my screen time. Like, I'm not super judgmental about that. I feel like I have a good relationship with social media, whatever. It's not something I was trying to do, but I do think it's probably like a net positive thing that I'm spending my time on my phone being like creative and excited about my closet instead of just like scrolling on social media. I started realizing that I've been excited when I have a moment to like sit on the couch and plan a new outfit. I'm trying to make multiple outfits for every piece in my closet, obviously, because I want to get good use of them. And I have a ways to go because I just uploaded everything. So I'll be curious if I still want to spend this much time on the app once I've kind of like built out a bunch of outfits, or if it's just like right now I still have a lot of new stuff to work with. When I realized that was happening, I was like, let me take a look at my screen time. And very interestingly, it looks like my screen time is about the same as it always has been, but wearing is getting up there in one of my most used apps, and kind of like a new stat to track that I wasn't super expecting along on this little journey. First minor outfit flop today, not in a big way, but just like in a way where it was like, oh, this looked cuter in the collage than it does in real life. I made this collage for today's outfit and I wanted to wear a cute little like ribbon around my neck because I think it's quite cute when people wear ribbons as necklaces. Brought my ribbon to the gym, put it on, realized it was like thicker and not as long as I wanted it to be, and it just looked kind of funny, which I feel like makes the outfit a little bit more plain, but at least it wasn't like, oh, I brought this shirt and it looks terrible with this pair of pants or whatever. Grace and I love to play Barbie, which is just where we pick out outfits for each other. And this app has brought it to a new level because there's a feature where you can be friends with people and let them like come into your closet and make an outfit for you, and then they like send it to you, it gets added to their wardrobe. So Grace picked my outfit tonight. We're going on a little date night. She said her goal was to get in as many animal prints as she could, and I feel like she did that. We've got zebra, we've got snake, we've got, I guess, is this like a different kind of snake? I don't know how far we'll get with the jacket because it is quite hot outside, but she didn't know that when she was making the outfit, and I don't know. I mean, like, obviously, like, the dress is still cute. It's this Realization Par dress that I have. I'm obsessed with the, like, layered animal prints, you know? I hope I can wear it for a while. Maybe this evening when it gets a bit, like, cooler out. Alright, wearing my cowgirl boots around the house just for you to get the full effect of today's outfit. I had my first flop yesterday where I just fully did not get dressed. I was putting out an issue of Material Girls. Honestly, that involves a lot of just sitting on the couch and making sure that emails and posts are going out at certain times to certain people. I did not really get dressed, but it was bound to happen at some point. Now I'm in the process of scheduling my outfits for the week to come. So far I've been working in spurts because I get really excited, get some inspiration, want to log on, make some outfits, but I'm a bit behind now. I've been having to like choose an outfit quickly and then log it in the the app after the fact. So I'm taking some time to get ahead and having fun making my little collages, and I feel like mine are turning out pretty cute. So consider this a little interlude. Here are my tips on how to photograph your items to make your collages extra cute. Serious shit, I made a little list, okay? First one, folding in the arms of any long sleeves. So it's not really sweater weather right now, but I have been wearing some jackets, and I think they fit better in the collages with one of the arms kind of folded in. Plus then you can kind of see what the cuff looks like as well. It's helpful to the outfit. Making your shoes face multiple directions. Not only is this good because oftentimes shoes look different from like the top and the side, and for the outfit you want to see what they all look like, but it also just adds so much visual interest. I especially like my picture of my cowgirl boots. I think this is making my collages very cute. Fun shapes for accessories. I was especially doing this with belts. It partially started out of necessity because I had some belts where unless I kind of twisted them around you couldn't really see what both of the ends look like. But long accessories like that make a little wave in them, and then it's super cute to put them onto your collage. Similarly with things like ribbons, like these for example, instead of just putting like the ribbon down to document like the size and the color of it, I've been tying them into actual bows and taking pictures of that. It's more accurate to how I'll wear them in outfits, plus then my collages have little bows in the corner of them. Further to this tip, do all accessories. The collages are way cuter when there's just more stuff in them. Like I would not be having nearly as fun if I was just choosing top, bottoms, and shoes. The fun part is when like the bag and the jewelry and the hair accessories come in, and those are the pieces that are usually the cutest anyway. And my last tip is using stock photos for things that are hard to take pictures of. And I was pretty set on only taking pictures of the actual pieces in my closet because I was like, I want it to look like exactly like the piece that I have. When I got to tights, there was just no way to do it. So I started looking online for tights pictures, and I found some good ones. You can do it from within the app and just like screenshot things and it'll cut things out. And I was just looking for a good picture that was going to be usable, but it actually ended up being great because a lot of pictures, especially of tights, have like all these different funky leg positions in them. And something that's been fun to add to the collages as well. The only things I really did that with were tights and this pair of Lazy Oaf shoes because I didn't feel like I was going to adequately picture them, just the pair that I had. It's no secret that things being cute is very important to me. I chose this app because I thought it was cute. I'm more drawn to the outfits that are laid out in a cute collage, so this has been very important in keeping me engaged with the project. Happy April 21st, welcome back to my closet. I have officially finished my month of tracking my outfits, and I did it every day except one, so I'm gonna call that a win. I started off really strong. I would say the first 2 weeks I was like batch making outfits and having fun, just sitting around making a bunch of outfits, like planning out the week ahead. Halfway through I lost steam a bit and I found myself more like making the outfit the day before, or even choosing an outfit and like making the collage later on the day just to document that I did wear it. But that being said, it still did get done. I made a collage every day, I took a picture, I took a video. So let's look at some stats and see what I learned. First thing I wanted to look at was the percentage of my wardrobe that I used this month. 34%. Wah wah. This seems way low and lower than I expected it to be. So I did a bit of my own calculation because I wanted to first just say it has been like April/May, which means that it's not sweater season, it's not jacket season. So I did my own little calculation, took those things out of the ratio, and it still was only around 40%. Also wasn't super happy with. So then I actually started going through and seeing like what pieces am I wearing and what am I not. And what I found out is that I'm actually wearing most of my tops and bottoms. What I think the like 60% that's not getting used a ton is accessories. So I didn't wear all my pairs of shoes this month. Also makes sense. Boots and stuff were not really the season. I have something like 16 silk scarves in my wardrobe. I think I wore like 1 or 2 of them this month. So there's a lot of these like kind of bigger categories of little things like bags that I didn't really get around to doing. I don't know what this would look like, but for my own like stats and understanding of what I'm wearing, it'd be helpful if in the app we could like weight the things that are in there. This is something that I was thinking about with the percentages of like new versus handmade as well. I have over a dozen handmade scrunchies and all of those are weighted like the same as if I had handmade a whole dress. I wonder if having all of those is kind of skewing my percentages of handmade. And same with like usage of my closet, having dozens of scarves that I'm realistically not going to be wearing one every day is kind of skewing the percentage of my closet that I'm wearing. It would be helpful at times to be able to like leave those out of the calculations or something just to get a good idea of like how much am I actually wearing the, I would say like base pieces of my wardrobe. I want to be prioritizing dresses and tops and skirts and pants and just making sure that I am getting use of all of those things. My most worn are not a surprise to me at all. My Hoparas, I love them. I was actually having to challenge myself to not wear them with every outfit. My basic blue jeans obviously got a lot of use. A set of necklaces that I have, no surprise. I am a bit surprised by this polka dot bag. 6 times seems like a lot. Just because I don't even use a purse every day. Like on the days that I'm just going about town, going to the studio, going to the office, I have a backpack that I wear to bring all my stuff with. On days that I was going out specifically with a purse, having 6 of those times be this polka dot purse. All right, that's interesting. Black pair of jeans. Yeah, these are all just kind of basics. I don't think there are any surprises here. They're also all in like black and whites, which probably means that I'm pairing them with other things because they go really well together. Super interesting to see cost per wear as well. Obviously, I just put all of these things in, so it's not super accurate because I've had many of them for months, if not years, and have probably gotten their cost per wear way lower. But as I keep wearing them, it'll be interesting to watch that. Some favorite outfits as I'm scrolling through here. I would say this blue top and skirt combo might be one of my favorite outfits that I wore this whole month. It feels very me, the like feminine silhouettes and bows and light colors. Also chunky shoe to ground it to stay tactical. I've never worn this outfit before. I actually put it together as one of the first ones I made in the app because I wanted to wear the top. I was just playing around with different silhouettes of skirts that could look good with it, which I don't think I would have done just standing in front of my closet. Like I pretty much always wear this top with pants. That was fun to figure out and became one of my favorite outfits this month. This green top and skirt combo is also standing out to me. I don't think that if I was just standing in front of my closet, I would have put together these colors. When I was putting together the collage, I could see all the colors together and see like, oh, the hair accessory will match the socks. I'm noticing that on days when I was kind of like rushing to get ready or didn't plan an outfit ahead of time, I'm wearing a lot of like jeans with my jean jacket combo, which is cute and it's good to have a staple outfit. I will say it shows up a few times, so it does make me want to think about, okay, on days that I don't want to get dressed, and I think of like 5 different outfits that I choose from on those days that are like comfy instead of kind of going for the same one each time. For all stats, this was great. I'm going to keep using the app. I'm excited to get more outfits loaded in there. Next features that I'm going to try out are the lookbook and the packing list feature because I'm going on a trip in the next few weeks, so I want to plan out my outfits. This has been really helpful routine wise. Like I do think that I was getting dressed in, I would say like better or more interesting outfits than I would normally, even though I had obviously days where it was still like a jeans and t-shirt day. I feel like I was more intentional with like, okay, let's at least add a necklace or something. Super fun to have all these stats about my wardrobe too. It was fun to see how they changed just in the first month, but I'll be really excited to watch them for longer periods of time, specifically to better understand how pieces are coming in and out of my wardrobe. This month I bought 2 new pieces, and so I'll wonder month over month, is that normal? Do I usually buy more or less than that? I think that will be super interesting and is really important when thinking just about like consumption in general and sustainable fashion. I would say this month I didn't really set any goals for like I want to or don't want to buy a certain amount of things. So I think for a few months I might kind of continue to just do what I would normally do and see what that's looking like tracking, and maybe it will help me eventually decide, you know, I want this percentage of my wardrobe to be handmade, this percentage of it to be secondhand, I want to be buying on average this many things per month or not. I've been seeing more people getting back onto the 75 hard style challenge lately, which is a challenge where you get dressed and document your outfits for 75 days. Make some goals about your wardrobe in the process of that, so I'm thinking that might be something fun because I did have a lot of fun kind of having something to track every day with my wardrobe. It made it a bit of a game. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll check back with these stats that I've talked about in this video in a year or something. Consider my interest thoroughly peaked. Like I categorized my wardrobe, it worked great. I feel like I'm getting into a good habit of getting dressed every day, and I'm getting an idea of what the stats on that look like, what stats are important for me in the future. If you've ever used an app like this, I'd love to hear how you're using it. Like, are there other things that you're tracking? If you know of any other things kind of like this that help you just take stock of your closet, that helps you be creative when you're getting dressed, these are all things that I'm very interested about. So let me know in the comments. If you're new around here, subscribe down below. I'm Alexa. I'm an American living in London. I talk a lot on my channel about what fiber art projects that I'm making, knitting, sewing, crochet, weaving. I run a magazine called Material Girls, so a lot of DIY fashion is happening over here. I'll be back soon with another vlog. Excited to see you then.